Alright guys, so today's video is actually going to be a favorites and first impression. Two of the first impression products I'm actually really excited to try. Number one, you guys know that I am a foundation queen. I love foundation. Anytime a collection comes out, if there is foundation included, that's the product that I'm most excited about. It's generally the only product that I'm excited about. So I had to go ahead and jump on this new Revlon foundation. I'm not sure if you guys have tried it. I think it's been in the, I don't know how long. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I honestly do not know. But this is the Revlon Youth Fix Fill and Blur Foundation. And I have it in the colors 450 Mocha and 410 Cappuccino. The claims on this foundation is that it helps to dramatically transform the appearance of lines and wrinkles. So it's going to make you look younger, honey. Give you some youth, give you some blur. I'm really excited about that. I like Revlon foundation. You guys know that Revlon and L'Oreal are like my top one spot, and then Maybelline's number two, and then CoverGirl and everybody else is kind of like, you know, down there somewhere. But I was really excited when I seen this in the drugstore. I can't talk. I was really excited when I seen these in the drugstore because it's been a while since I've been able to try anything new from Revlon. In my area, their stick foundation is not available in darker skin tones, and then neither are some of their powders, honey, but this was. So I was really excited to try it. I was also very excited to try the City Mini Palette from Shayla. This is with Maybelline. I seen it, I said, okay, this is really pretty. I gotta try this. I really loved a couple of the tones in there. I looked at it and I was just like, I know I'll be able to create looks because number one, that little crease color, that brown kind of reddish color, loved it. I wear this color a lot. I have it on today in my outfit, as you can see. I knew that I'd be able to do looks with it, but I said, okay, it has the two golds, the purple is pretty black, and then a crease color that honestly is not, it's not terrible. I said, let me go ahead and give this a whirl, honey. I'm gonna show you some swatches and different things like that to check out with this palette. But first of all, I started my face out with a favorite. You guys know that I absolutely positively love L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur. I think it's beautiful, and I use a primer because I always use a primer with my foundation, and it would be really weird to do a foundation review and not do my foundation how I do it. So why put the foundation up to scrutiny, you know, to work in ways that I would never wear foundation without primer, not on purpose. So I started out with my L'Oreal Miracle Blur, which I absolutely positively love. And then I went ahead and I started in on the foundation. I started out with the color Cappuccino thinking that maybe, yeah, but no. So then I went ahead and I applied the mocha all over my face. I am using some Morphe brushes. The Morphe brush that I use to apply my foundation is the E7. It's kind of like an angled buffing brush. I did try to start out with the M509. For some reason I thought that it would be cute to blend it out with a small head blending brush, but no, it just didn't work for me. And let me just say that I really like the texture of this foundation. It has that silicone-y thick feel. It feels like a primer. It really feels like a primer. You can use this as a primer, I'm guessing, underneath a heavier foundation. Yes, honey. They honestly feel very similar to the L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur. And for that reason, I really like this foundation. I used mocha on the outside and went on the inside with Cappuccino. You guys know that I love to two-tone my foundation. I feel like it gives the best results. And I also used a powder that was from Revlon. The first powder that I used was their Revlon Nearly Naked in number 40 Deep. Love this powder. It really does not in the pan look like it's going to work at all. It is very scary. You're just looking at it like, how is this color considered deep? How? But it really worked out for me. I was really surprised. I was like, okay, it gives a really beautiful blur. I think everything in this tutorial is on its blur. It's really in its blur bag. I really love how everything blended out. I use that to set my powder and everything like that. I believe to set my T-zone, I use the Morphe M529 if I'm not mistaken, and then I went in with the Morphe E41 and did like my contour setting and everything like that. For that, I used a L'Oreal Infallible powder in Cocoa, one of their Pro Matte powders. I absolutely love it. Everything's laying so beautifully right now. This looks like a high-end beat. For my foundation, I did go in and do the eyes, and since I put a little bit of foundation and a little bit of powder on my eyelid, I decided that I really didn't need a primer. Not the best decision initially in my head, because I'm thinking like these are like eyeshadow, and I'll show you in a clip that it had some flyaway. Like initially I'm thinking like, wow, these are really powdery, but then when I went in a little bit later, you'll see, and I see the texture is like this creamy cream to powder, almost like ColourPop in a way. Get it, Shayla? I was like, okay. So these work better with like kind of like a swipe, I don't know, like a swiping kind of. When you blend it, you kind of need to blend it into your skin, not just like try to tap it up there like a loose powder. If you understand what I'm saying, you need to kind of get your light gang going. Cool. So for my eyes, I did start out with that very first kind of brown, kind of terracotta color, and I blended that into my crease. And then I also deepened my crease using it and incorporated a little bit of black to really kind of get a traditional eye look going. At this point, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I wanted to do something monochromatic with that deep terracotta brown brick color all over my lid with this lip color. Then I went in and decided, okay, no, I'm gonna use purple. I didn't want to use purple initially because I feel like I used purple in my eye look so much that you guys are probably a little tired of it. But then I thought, yeah, but I barely put up look. So I said, let me go ahead in with purple, blend that all over my lid. Very, very beautiful. I blended that through. I went back and forth with the purple and the black and the brown, and then deepening up the crease and keeping the lid really bright and pretty. And I also blended the purple along the bottom. Then I went ahead with a little bit of liner in the waterline, to the cat liner as well, with some e.l.f. liner, which I really, really liked. Thought that came out really beautiful. I added some lashes and some mascara. The mascara that I used is actually the L'Oreal Voluminous set. I used their lash base, the kind of white lash primer that gives you more lashes, and then kind of just decided to try a lot of different lips. The first lip that I tried was a very glossy lip. I wasn't wild about it because it was glossy, and I really, really like the L'Oreal lip paints, but I'm having a hard time incorporating gloss back into my life. The first color that I started out was with Bewitching Bordeaux, and I like this color a lot. I really, really do. It's hard for me sometimes. And then I went into the center to kind of give it a little bit more definition, to give it some pop with taupeless. I love nude taupes. I'm gonna have to do a video with all my favorite taupey nudes and taupe colors. If you'd like to see that, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. From there, I said, okay, no, I'm not sure. I don't know. I went on to a peachy lip, and the peachy lip that I started with, also from L'Oreal, I started with Festival and Skinny Dip. You can also use Peach Pit, or I think Tongue Tied. All of those peachy nudes in the L'Oreal Infallible Paint collection is amazing. The mattes and the glosses, but I prefer the mattes. So I finally landed on this lip right here, which I think looks the prettiest, and this is the lip that I wanted to use originally with the original look with the brick on my eyelid. And this is called Cinnabon, and this is absolutely beautiful. It matches the original color of the eyeshadow, that transition color, almost perfectly. If you followed my little journey when I went to Dominican Republic, you may remember this color. I'm stuttering like crazy. You may remember this color. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. And I'm not sure what sequence this will work in, but I used her eyeshadows, the golden eyeshadows from the Shayla City Mini Palette. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful as highlights. I'm shook. I did go in after everything was said and done, and I added a little bit of glitter to the look. This glitter Really makes the look really beautiful. But honestly, before the glitter was even there, I was loving this look. If you follow me on Snapchat at Destiny Godly, or if you follow me on Instagram and you look at my Instagram stories, I believe that I have photos and different things of it without the glitter, and I'll have footage here too. But you'll see that I was loving it without the glitter, but I did go in and add some. It is an Urban Decay glitter, and it's not included in this look because it's not Drugstore. I'm looking at my face right now. The foundation, the primer, and the powder work together beautifully. The L'Oreal Miracle Blur with the Revlon Youth Fix in combination with the Revlon Nearly Naked, like, I can barely see any pores. It looks beautiful for this to be Drugstore. I'm absolutely in love with it. I love the lips. You guys know that I love these infallible lip paints. And I love the eyes. I really, really love the two golds from the palette that look beautiful as highlighters. Look at that. They have this creamy, silky, buttery finish. They're unlike any Maybelline eyeshadows that I've tried before, so kudos to Shayla for that. I don't know if she had anything to do with it, honey. I don't know how it all works, but definitely check out this palette. And if you're not sure who she is, or even if you do know who she is, go to her channel, tell her I said congratulations, tell her I sent you guys. You gotta go and show some love. This is a beautiful palette. If you've seen it in a drugstore and you haven't picked it up, check it out. I also really think that this foundation is kind of cool, so yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a few more tries and apply it with a few different tools to kind of see how the finish changes and different things like that. But as always, guys, I want to thank you so much for commenting, rating. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell. It lets you know every time I put out a video. It's free. You get free makeup classes. Bing, they let you know, you get a notification that I put out a new video and you don't want to miss that. Also, go ahead and follow me on IG and Facebook. I have a couple of changes coming and I want you guys to stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, let me get the heck out of here. As always, I want to thank you so much for commenting, rating, and subscribing. I'll be in touch and hopefully you'll do the same. Bye, guys.